Hey folks, lyarri here. Today we're reacting to When Did Conspiracy Theories Get So Crazy by Kurtis Connor. I like goofy conspiracy theories, and there's definitely some goofy ones nowadays, and Kurtis Connor is cool, so let's watch this. Woo!
Huge announcement! I am
Hold on,
going
it's
on my
loud.
very first world tour.
Sorry.
It's called the Goodfellow World Tour, and we're kicking it off with the first leg in the U.S. Here are all the cities right here. Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, Boston,
Wow.
Washington, D.C., New York, Durham,
Oh, is this still
Atlanta,
happening?
Charlotte,
We'll watch
Pittsburgh,
it.
Chicago,
Here's the
Cincinnati,
advertisement.
and Detroit. If you don't see your city on this leg of the tour, do not worry. I will be announcing a bunch more cities very
Ow.
soon. Tickets are available right now, okay? So thank you so much for the support. I'm really excited for you guys to hear the new hour, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy the video. Disclaimer before this video. These are all conspiracy theories. I don't believe in any of them, and this is purely for entertainment purposes, okay? Folks,
Yay.
let me tell you a cautionary tale. The year, 2008. I was 13 years old, and I had unrestricted, unsupervised access to the internet on my own personal Dell Inspiron 1501. And most of my time spent on my computer at that time consisted of playing Flash games on addictinggames.com and watching...
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I need to look at the Flash games. This is important to me.
Instead of playing Flash...
Okay, I played McDonald's video game. Don't push the button, kind of a banger. I remember a Thalalina RPG. I played a lot of those types of games. Driver's Ed, Kitten Candon, Mini Putt, Ping Pong Table. Yeah, okay, sorry, I had nostalgia for some reason. My fault.
On addictinggames.com and watching Clay World videos on Knox's Corner. But I also frequented many forums for the video games I played. And I talked to people from all walks of life on these forums. And one day I was in a thread talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and for some reason one of the forum members started talking to me about this thing called Nibiru. He went on to say that there was a large planetary object named Nibiru, or Planet X, that was currently on a collision course with Earth. So I watched videos all night about this, and I remember being like genuinely terrified. Like, I fully thought that all my friends and family were gonna die like really soon. So when I got to school the next day, obviously I told my best friend about it, and he said, "That's fucking stupid." He used a different adjective because it was 2008, but you know, he really put everything into perspective. Now, what is the lesson there? Don't go on video game forums? Absolutely. But I think the main takeaway is believing in conspiracy theories is a very slippery slope when you're in a vulnerable, isolated state, aka alone on the internet and also 13. But it's important to have people in your real life that you can talk to and bounce information off of, aka your friend calling you stupid. Again, that's not what he called it, but I'm not gonna use the word that he said, especially during Pride Month. For most of my life, conspiracy theories have just been a fun thing you can talk about with your friends, and you'd all laugh about how crazy they were. You know, maybe you'd make up your own, and it'd be all silly and goofy, and all around fun time. But these past few years, I've noticed a shift. I feel like conspiracy theories have kind of evolved from silly, harmless theories into absolutely insane conjectures that people base their entire lives off of. So today, I want to explore some modern conspiracy theories, but I want to compare them to the conspiracy theories of the past. And we'll also explore why the popularity and the severity of belief in these theories has increased over the years.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to another conspiracy theory video.
I guess we'll start with a little backstory. The history of conspiracy theories is very long and complicated, and it actually dates all the way back to 1863, when the term was first used in a letter to the editor published in the New York Times by author Charles Astor Bristed. He used the term conspiracy theory to describe his claims that British aristocrats were intentionally weakening the United States during the American Civil War in order to advance their financial interests, which honestly doesn't even fucking seem like that crazy of a conspiracy theory at all. That just sounds like a fact. People capitalizing on a war to make money? But the term conspiracy theory was popularized in 1964 when the first mainstream conspiracy theory was born, surrounding one of the most shocking events in American history, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. If you have somehow never heard of this, in 1964, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by a man named Lee Harvey Oswald while traveling in a convertible limousine in Dallas, Texas. Let's get some John F's in the chat. And the public was told that this was the violent act of one single man looking to further his own political agenda. But when all the details were released, people began to speculate, and rightfully so. There are a lot of strange things surrounding his assassination. There's the mysterious path of the second of 3 bullets that was claimed to have entered through the president's back out through his chest, and then entered through the governor's back, who was sitting in front of him, went out his chest, went through his wrist, and then became lodged in his leg. That bullet was working overtime, dude. That was the original magic bullet.
Introducing the original magic
Hey.
This
bullet.
made people think that there was more than
That's
one
insane.
shooter involved, which directly contradicted the story that was put out. And I could do a whole video on this because there's like so many crazy conspiracy theories surrounding this event. But my favorite conspiracy out of all of them is that JFK wasn't even assassinated at all. His head just did that. But like I
Crazy.
said earlier, back in the day, conspiracy theories like this would gain popularity for a while, but then they'd kind of just die out. People would move on. It was the 60s, man. All that acid wasn't going to do itself. So let's compare this multiple gunmen conspiracy to a modern day conspiracy theory.
You're telling me nobody is talking about the fact Lil Wayne is a goat.
Like, oh, that kind of goat.
Yes, I am telling you that, actually. Nobody is talking about Lil Wayne being a goat. For obvious reasons. He's the goat. Yeah, he's the goat, but he's not a goat. Unless the term goat was created by Lil Wayne's team, because everybody kept suspecting that he was a goat. So they created the greatest of all time acronyms, you know, so if people said he was the goat, like people didn't really bat an eye. It all
That
makes
makes
sense.
sense,
Because what
yeah.
are goats known for? Licking salt. And what is one of Lil Wayne's most popular songs?
That's why he's the GOAT!
This goes all the way to the top of a very steep cliffside covered in goats. All jokes aside though,
Wow.
that is a fucking insane conspiracy. The refraction of light was making his legs look weird in the hot tub. And then in this picture, he's just wearing a pair of very popular Margiela boots. And I know that I said conspiracy theories seem a little crazier now than they did in the past, but maybe we're just seeing them more often now because we have immediate access to the internet like all day. Maybe my hypothesis of conspiracies being crazier in the modern day is incorrect. Maybe they've always been batshit insane, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, I made some icebergs. I'm sorry, dude, I can't stop. I
Oh
can't
my
stop making
God.
icebergs, dude. I am the opposite of global warming. And I'm going all out in this video because I not only made one iceberg, I made two. I made two icebergs. That is right. A second iceberg just hit the video. Both of these icebergs contain
I knew it was
conspiracy theories
coming.
of varying weirdness and obscurity, but one is old conspiracy theories and one is modern. You'll notice the old one
cool.
is in black and white because color actually didn't exist back then.
Real.
Everything was black and white. Did anybody else seriously think that as a kid, or is that just me? So we're
I
gonna
did
go
for a
through
little
both
bit.
icebergs one level at a time and compare and contrast to finally get the answer to the question, when did conspiracies get so crazy?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to another
I figured I'd start with theories that are pretty
That's a
crazy,
great
but also
transition.
really popular. In the black and white iceberg, we've got the moon landing was fake. And we've all heard this one. This is a theory that the Apollo 11 moon landing, done by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, never actually happened at all. And instead, it was actually shot on a film set directed by Stanley Kubrick. And this gained a lot of traction back in the day. A 1970 poll revealed that 30% of Americans believed the moon landing to be
Wow.
fake. Even though the theory has been debunked by like every scientist ever. Regardless, people are still very passionate about this. In the year 2002, a conspiracy theorist confronted Buzz Aldrin to his face outside of his hotel, and he demanded that Buzz Aldrin swears on a Bible that he has been to the moon.
You swore on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
But instead of doing that, our boy Buzz did this.
You're a coward and a liar and a
Oh
my God.
dude. Just punched him in the fucking face, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't
Dude, that's
normally
one of my
support
favorite
violence.
videos of all
but-
time. I mean, there was definitely a better, more mature way for Buzz to handle that. But dude, to be honest, I'd have crazy anger issues too if I was Buzz Aldrin. That fucking bastard Neil Armstrong got to be the first guy to walk onto the moon, and he got to say the iconic line.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And then I guess Buzz had to go right after and be like,
Me too!
dude, if I was Buzz, I'd be punching everybody in the face. I don't care. And one of the main pieces of evidence that these conspiracy theorists use is that
That's so valid. Buzz Aldrin, poor guy, never got the credit. I mean, I won't lie. I remember Neil Armstrong's name off the top of my head, but not Buzz Aldrin. I'm part of the problem. My fault.
the fact that a shuttle with such a small amount of computing power was able to make the trip to the moon and back, like they just don't think that's possible. Because it was all the way back in 1969, and like our fucking iPhones have more computing power than the shuttle. But in reality, pretty much the only reason the Apollo mission was successful was because of the hard work of a scientist named Margaret Hamilton, the woman responsible for developing the entire guidance and navigation system for the Apollo 11 mission. It just goes to show you that people would rather believe an insane conspiracy theory spanning the course of over 50 years and thousands of people that are in on it over the hard work of one woman.
That's why he's a goat!
Okay, so we're gonna move over to the modern day iceberg now. So the first level of this one, I put 9/11 was an inside job. This is also a very popular conspiracy theory. I personally never understood how it could be an inside job because the plane was clearly on the outside, but that's neither here nor there.
So real.
Just like the Twin Towers. Based on surveys done all over the
No
world,
way.
25% of people asked who they thought were responsible for the 9/11 attacks answered the US government. So why do people think this? The number one claim turned meme is jet fuel can't melt steel beams. And although that may be true, jet fuel can definitely weaken the structural integrity of steel beams, which can then cause them to collapse. Obviously, a fucking airplane flew into a building as fast as it could. No shit, it's gonna collapse, dude. What the fuck? But the main claim is George W. Bush orchestrated the 9/11 attacks to incite fear into the US population, which would in turn justify the US invading Afghanistan in the global war on terror. But they really just wanted to invade them for their natural resources. But honestly, I don't think the American government would do that. They've always been really nice and super respectful. What I will say though, 9/11, I'd say it was more of a 0 out of 11. Okay, we're gonna move down one more row in each iceberg now. We're gonna start with the old one, and what I put here is
a goofy way to end that.
Gasser of Mattoon. I've never heard of this until doing research for this video, but when I read about it, I knew I had to talk about it. So, in 1944, a series of strange occurrences happened in Mattoon, Illinois. One instance involved a married couple waking up in the middle of the night because of a strange, sweet smell. The husband woke up first, and he woke up his wife to see if she also could smell it. And when she woke up, she realized she was unable to move her legs. The husband then became incredibly nauseous and began violently throwing up. Several more of these strange occurrences took place in Mattoon until one person actually spotted a hooded figure dressed in all black outside of their window. News broke out of these events, and the town turned into an all-out frenzy because they were all terrified of the mad gasser of Mattoon sneaking into their houses and attacking them with this unknown gas.
Even Time wrote about the gasser. He moves through the night as nimbly and secretly as a cat, squirting his Swedish gas through bedroom windows.
Okay. Don't like the wording they used one bit. A guy is squirting his sweet gas into your bedroom? Sorry to break it to you, but I think that's your husband's gross farts.
Yeah.
Because you can ask my wife, dude, nobody's farts are grosser than a husband's farts. Especially in the 40s, dude. Oh my god. When all they were eating was like fried bread and they only showered once a year. Dude, it would not surprise me that a 1940s guy's farts could paralyze you, dude. I believe that, 100%. Fart that smells so bad you get paralyzed, that's so crazy. That's gotta smell so bad. The Mad Gasser has gotta be the worst supervillain ever. Who are you? I'm the Mad Gasser. My farts stink so bad they cause paralysis. That's impossible. Oh yeah? Check this out. Oh no!
I mentioned how much I hate fart jokes.
I forgot to wear my nose plug. I can't move my legs. Even with my heightened sense of smell, it is no match for me. Oh my god. Oh my god, my legs! Whoa! There are a lot of theories, though, trying to explain what happened in Mattoon. And with everybody freaking out, the police made this formal statement.
The entire incident was likely the result of explainable occurrences exacerbated by public fears, and a sign of the anxiety felt by women while local men were on war service.
Nice, guys. Nobody's gassing you, dude. You guys just miss your husband, so you're acting crazy. Like, just...
Okay. I will say, like, pointing to anxiety from a loved one being at war, probably kind of a fair thing to, like, pin, like, part of a mass hysteria moment on. I don't know, like, that seems valid. If, like, there's, like, a major stressful global event occurring, and I start feeling anxious about it, and other people start feeling anxious about it and talking about it, I can see it be pinned on some random shit, like someone coming in and releasing gas in my window. I don't know.
Full-on gaslighting. Literally, like emphasis on gas. Also, I think the cops who made that announcement think way too highly of the guys in town. No husband on earth is so awesome that when they leave, their wife becomes paralyzed. That's insane. The many theories include an escaped Nazi, winds blowing fumes from nearby power plants, and a phenomenon known as mass hysteria, a rare social illness defined as a constellation of symptoms suggestive of organic illness, but without an identified cause in a group of people with shared beliefs about the cause of the symptoms. Another example of mass hysteria I found are the cat nun.
Covering his reaction. Oh no. Let me solve this for you. One moment, please. Alright. This way you can get double reaction.
Example of mass hysteria I found are the cat nun.
Meow. This is me. I'm the nun. Several days.
Let girls be girls, man. I start meowing too if I was a nun, dude. That shit seems boring as hell. But personally, I don't think the Mad Gasser of Mattoon was a case of mass hysteria. I think it was a case of ass hysteria.
Every single one just gonna end with like a corny joke, I swear. It's such a good transition.
Now, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Honkai Star
I play that
Rail, a free
game.
game made by Hoyoverse, the creators
This is
of
an old
Genshin
ad.
Impact. Honkai Star Rail is a multi-platform space fantasy RPG that features more than 30 playable characters that you can assemble for your perfect team to take on
Where's my
enemies in
pinnacle
turn-based combat. And I've played a lot of video games in my life, and usually games with turn-based combat, I'm always worried that the combat is going to get really boring like super quickly. But I've been pleasantly surprised with how easy the combat is to pick up, while also being challenging enough to really make you feel accomplished when you finish a battle. And Honkai Star Rail has accumulated over 100 million downloads since its
Unfortunately, my
release.
team is
And
too
since
OP
then, the
now.
game has won Best Mobile Game Award at the Game Awards, the Best Game for Google Play, and the Best Game in the App Store for 2023. And in the brand new version 2.3 update, they're introducing two
2.3.
brand new playable characters. First is Firefly,
pulled for her.
a member of
Won
the
the
Stellaron
50-50.
Hunters, who looks harmless at first, but when she enters battle, she equips a
She's so
mechanical
cool.
combat suit and becomes Sam. She's not harmless anymore, I'll tell you that. And the other new character is Jade, a pawnbroker and
pulled for
credit
her.
specialist who prioritizes profit
I think
over
I won the
everything else.
50-50.
She's all about the Benjamins, baby, and I respect it. And in battle,
He's not as
Jade
good as
is a
Firefly.
force to be reckoned with. Her cane transforms into a whip so she can friggin'... And she uses her high heels to stomp
And,
on foes when she unleashes
what's
her
the-
ultimate. Sounds pretty cool.
I forget what it's
Also in
called.
version 2.3,
In the
there'll be
AoE
new events such as
mode,
the
she's
simulated
good.
universe season and the arcade waiting for you to experience, which is also the first event to support PvP gameplay.
That
where players
event
can
was cool.
challenge their
No
friends to
longer
battles.
a
Version
thing.
2.3 also brings back popular characters
But it was cool.
Ranmi and Argenti in the warp. Even though this game had like amazing
I also had to
reviews
vote for
and won all
Ranmi.
these awards and has been downloaded like millions of times, I was still pretty
pulled a lot
skeptical.
that
Like I
patch.
didn't think I was gonna like it, but it's really fun. The animation is like really cool. All the characters are really
Yeah.
unique, and I've just been having a blast with it. So if you want to
I've
dive
been playing
into
for
an
like a year and a
award-winning
half
RPG
now.
full of exciting worlds to explore, filled with unique characters and amazing adventures, you can download the game today for free using my link in the
Wow.
description. So click the link to experience these brand new characters. Also,
I'm
you
a
can use the
Star Rail fan.
redemption code below to
It's the
obtain
first gotcha I
50
played.
Stellar Jade. All right, thank you so much to Honkai
Essentially.
Star Rail for sponsoring this video. Back to me. Now we're down to the second level of the modern iceberg. We've got Disney's Frozen.
People say that Disney's head is cryogenically frozen, but that's why Disney released
heard
the
this.
movie Frozen, so that when you Google Disney's Frozen, the movie showed up and not articles about him being frozen.
That's BS. There's no way.
There's
You
also
think
like
that's a
kids
thing?
movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, this one doesn't really make sense
Or is
to me
that,
because
like,
what
the-
the fuck? Who fucking cares if Walt Disney froze his head? This
Real.
is the-
But also, like, there was that kids movie, right? Where, like, was it a Nickelodeon movie? Where, like, there's that theme park guy or whatever who, like, cryogenically freezed himself? I swear that was a thing. I remember, like, watching that movie and then being like, whoa, it's about Walt Disney? But it was, like, I'm pretty sure it was a Nickelodeon movie. They must have just been like, you know what? We're gonna make this movie and make fun of Disney. For real.
reaction that Disney wanted when we Google Walt Disney Frozen.
So no head?
Also, dude, if you search Walt Disney Frozen, literally the first result is a BBC article titled "The Truth Behind Walt Disney's Frozen Head." And the other top two results are also in reference to him being frozen. So it clearly didn't fucking work.
Disney Frozen
if this
works.
conspiracy was true, I'm guessing like the reason they would do this is they don't want people looking into Walt Disney's like personal life or looking into the claims that he was like racist, anti-Semitic, and sexist and stuff. But if that's the case, Disney, why would you put out a movie called N-Word? Oh, sorry. I think to dispel all that stuff, I think Disney should just put out a movie called Super Nice Inclusive Guy. All right, we're going to keep on moving down to the third level of the iceberg. For this one, I put the Denver Airport. There are many conspiracies.
Let me be clear.
I
can't
To
believe
dispel all that stuff, I think Disney should just put out a movie called Super Nice.
This isn't animated, but he has Pixar there. Pixar would not release this. Fake fans.
I put the Denver Airport. There are many conspiracies surrounding the airport, and I'm going to try to talk about all of them. So the Denver Airport opened to the public in 1995, and when it was built, citizens of Colorado were already like raising their eyebrows about it because they already had the perfectly fine Stapleton Airport just a short drive away. So people began speculating that this airport was built for a different reason. And the reason people think the airport was built was to house a secret underground tunnel system that leads to survival bunkers for the elite, military bases, alien research facilities, and homes for lizard humanoid creatures. And you know what? Pretty diverse community down there, if I'm being honest. Okay, that sounds fucking awesome. If that's all true, they're probably all having a blast down there in the tunnels. Hey, sorry I'm late. It's all right, man. We just have a lot of flights. Dude, what the fuck happened? Yeah, I hung out with the lizard people last night, and I fell asleep under their heat lamp. No, dude, you're missing an arm. Oh yeah, well, they told me it would grow back. What else did they tell you? Apparently I can save 15% or more on my car insurance by switching to Geico. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there aren't tunnels underneath the like literal biggest airport in America. Like you need ways to get around quickly away from large groups of people, and you need an efficient way to transport luggage. So I think that's what they're there for, not fucking aliens and lizard humanoids. But people think the art inside the Denver airport is also alluding to the Illuminati and the Freemasons and other secret groups controlling the world. The main piece of evidence they use to support their theories is the large horse statue outside of the airport named Lucifer. Now, I've personally been to this airport and I've seen Lucifer with my own eyes, and I gotta say, it's pretty fucking creepy. It is weird. It's a big blue horse with glowing red eyes. It's spooky. And what makes it even scarier is the artist behind the statue, Luis Jimenez. He actually died while working on the statue. A piece of the statue fell on him and severed a tendon, and he sadly passed away, which is wild. And you know, instead of being a normal person and being like, wow, that's a tragedy, I'm really sad that happened, conspiracy theorists are like, see, it's because airport too. And if you go to the airport today, you'll notice that they're really playing into it. They reference aliens all over. They're always joking about conspiracy theories.
So
and I think that's awesome. That's super funny. They should go even further. I think all the people working should wear like super realistic alien masks all day. That'd be hilarious. But the annoying thing about conspiracy theorists, no matter what you do or say, they'll find a way to make that support their own theories. For example, the top comment on a YouTube video explaining all the conspiracy theories is, best way to hide something that people know is going on is to do it in plain sight and make it all a joke. Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Because you know for a fact that if the Denver airport never mentioned it or didn't talk about it ever, this same person will be commenting, oh, why haven't they said anything about it? They're just being awfully quiet about this. That means they're hiding something. And also, this isn't the airport conspiracy theory that we need to be worrying about. We need...
Yeah, that's like my thing about like conspiracy theories. All the time, like saying anything, like it's just gonna get twisted into something. Personally, I think the joking about it route is like pretty good because like it's funny And it's better than just like trying to like say no, that's not real over and over again, but like still.
People, boots on the ground. We need people researching why it is that the second people walk into an airport, they become the dumbest version of themselves. Except for me. Nobody knows how to behave in airports except for me. I'm convinced. All right, sorry. I could complain about airports all day. Let's move over to the third level of modern conspiracy theories. This level I put celebrity reincarnation. This is a theory that celebrities that have passed away are reincarnated into new celebrities. There's a meme that's been going around lately that's sort of in tandem with this idea. We have on the left here Stanley Kubrick, died 1999, and then on the right here, born 2000, it's Ice Spice. At the bottom it says, welcome back, Stanley Kubrick. Ice Spice directed the moon landing, dude. You know how I know?
Hard.
What is it called when you show your butt to someone? Mooning. And what does Ice Spice do when she's singing her awesome songs? Proof is in the pudding, brother. I also saw a meme like this on my subreddit recently too that I want to talk about. Died 1994, born 1994. Welcome back, Kurt Cobain. Now this one's actually pretty crazy because we got the same name. We're both Kurts, but we also have the same initials. He died April 5th, 1994, which is 04/05, 1994. And I was born on May 4th, 1994.
I believe
which
it.
Is 05/04, 94.
There's no way.
And I also just found out while researching Kurt Cobain's life that his ancestors actually lived in Cornwall, Ontario, a mere 4-hour drive from where I was born in Toronto. Kurt Cobain also had divorced parents like me. He played Little League Baseball like me. And apparently everybody in his high school thought he was gay. Just like me. And also, the last time I was in New York, someone stopped me and asked for a picture. And they seriously, no joke, they called me Kurt Cobain. Which is probably, hands down, the funniest fan interaction I've ever had. Because she was with her dad, who was clearly like a Nirvana fan. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? That's obviously not Kurt Cobain. He's been dead for a long time. A lot of quinky dinks, but I can assure you, I am not Kurt Cobain. I did see a pretty wild video making some bold claims about a different celebrity reincarnation theory that I would love to talk about. The title of this video is, did Princess Diana reincarnate as the global pop star Jeon Jungkook? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And before we get into this video, let me preface this by saying I am not criticizing BTS or the fans of BTS. I have nothing against them. I've only heard bangers from BTS. I have no beef whatsoever. Okay, keep it up. This was just a silly video that I want to talk about. All right.
Let me say this goes for me too. Whatever I say, I don't really listen to much BTS, but like they're cool. I like Blue Jeans. I hope I got their name right.
Princess Diana died on August 31st, 1997, around 3 a.m. at midnight. Jungkook was born on the 1st of September 1997 around 3:25 a.m. That is exactly 24 hours later. Not only that, both of them were born on the 1st of the month.
Crazy. I'll summarize the other points made in the video really quick. So they both became public figures when they were 16 years old. Jungkook is from South Korea, and that's very important because the last trip Princess Diana and Prince Charles took before their divorce was to South Korea. And on the flip side of that, London, England is very important to Jungkook because BTS was the first Korean band to play at Wembley Stadium. They also have the same personality types. They're both the same height. And then this is the part of the video where they put up some hilarious side-by-side comparisons.
That's so funny.
They both took black and white pictures, man. Can't argue with that.
I mean...
They've both looked up before. Not a lot of people do that, man. I've never done it. I don't even know how. Obviously, you can do these side-by-side comparisons with like any celebrities. You can find pictures that look a little similar. But the craziest part of this theory is yet to come.
Moving to next is the day Queen Elizabeth passed away.
Yeah. So there was a popular tweet that claims that every 25 years, the reincarnated person, Princess Diana in this case, has a 7-day window of consciousness to fulfill their like unfinished business. This is in reference to the fact that the Queen died 7 days after Jungkook's 25th birthday. So I guess Princess Diana had 7 days of consciousness in Jungkook's body. And on the 7th day, I guess she fucking killed the Queen.
That goes hard.
It sounds wild, but they have proof to back it up. BTS had a live stream a few hours before the Queen's death, and apparently Jungkook was being very quiet and he seemed really tired, which is unlike him. And this inspired probably the funniest tweet of all time. Jungkook was getting sleepy during the live because the spirit of Diana within him was getting stronger, and she needed to take over his body to to finally witness the death of Queen Elizabeth.
I love this.
Dude, that's so funny, man. Imagine the band members are just like, Jungkook, what's going on? Why are you so tired? Jungkook is gone. Only Princess Diana remains. Okay, let's move on down to the next level. We're now halfway down the iceberg, so things are gonna start to get pretty weird. This next theory in the old iceberg is lottery trap.
Have you ever heard of the lottery conspiracy theory?
No.
You know when you go inside of a gas station and you find lottery tickets and people buy them and they scratch them off in hopes of winning millions of dollars? What if I told you about the conspiracy theory that says the government created the lottery in order to catch time travelers? I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me, it's going to make a lot of sense.
Okay.
You have a 1 in 300 million chance of winning this lottery. Or in other words, you would need to be struck by lightning 21 times back to back to back in order to win this lottery.
Okay, I don't know if that's how that works.
Okay, wait. Based on the story I'll add, how many times I have to win the 50-50? Because, like, I've won, like, 5 50-50s in a row. I might be there.
He worded that was really funny. You need to get struck by lightning 21 times in a row in order to win the lottery. That's easy, dude. If you want to win the lottery real quick, during a thunderstorm, go to an open field, hold a big metal rod, you win the lottery. Okay? Walk into a convenience store, burnt to a crisp, like, where's my money? Yeah, like the TikTok said, this is the theory that claims that the lottery was created by the government to catch time travelers. That's what you gotta do with people who can travel through time. You just gotta catch them. It is super funny that they use the word catch. Just picturing the person who won the lottery going into the lottery building to, you know, claim their prize. And they walk into the building, Chris Hansen is just like,
Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Obviously, the odds of winning the lottery are very, very low, like next to impossible. But that doesn't mean the winner is a time traveler, right? Like, someone has to win the lottery. If this was true, it'd be super fucked up if someone won the lottery, like, fair and square, but the government still thinks that they're a time traveler. So you're from the future, huh? No. Flying cars, vacations to Pluto. Not good enough for you, huh? So you had to come all the way back here just to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
Well, I caught you. Sir, I bought a lottery ticket just like everybody else, okay? I just got lucky. Tell the truth, you fucking piece of shit. Alright, fine. Jesus.
I love this.
You can't say that shit. Whatever. Okay, look, I'm not from this time, okay? But I'm not a time traveler. All I really did was travel from my dimension to a parallel dimension where I won the lottery. That's impossible. It's string theory, sir. There's an infinite number of parallel dimensions, each a little different than the last. Anything is possible.
Real.
There's probably a dimension out there where you and I are making out. Maybe it's this one.
It's a callback to him being gay in high school.
Stop! I'm you from the future. Don't kiss him. He's really bad at it. Hey! I don't really believe this theory that much. And even so, like, if people are smart enough to figure out time travel, fucking let them do it. Why do you gotta catch them? They earn that. Also, it doesn't really check out when you realize that, like, half the people who win the fucking lottery go bankrupt in the next, like, 5 years. So that would mean they're smart enough to invent time travel, but not smart enough to hire an accountant. Gotcha. All right, we're gonna move over to the fourth level of the modern conspiracy theories now. And for this level, I put humiliation rituals. This is one that I've seen pop up a bunch over this past year especially. So let's watch a TikTok that explains it fully.
The humiliation ritual is used by the elite to ensure absolute devotion and loyalty during the initiation process. Rejection, pain, and embarrassment is used to humble the initiant. The elites are doing this because it's proving to the initiant that yes, you're gonna receive power, fame, money, all of these things, but they are just a puppet and the master is pulling their strings.
So pretty fucking insane.
Wow.
A lot of people comment like, oh,
there's gotta be a humiliation ritual.
Whenever there's a celebrity doing something like a little different, you know, or wearing an outfit that's like a little out there.
No, this is not a humiliation ritual. I feel sexy as I'm cute.
The main one, though, is men wearing dresses.
All these guys are wearing dresses. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
And it's like, yo, guys, if you're going to make the claim that dudes wearing dresses is a humiliation ritual, how about you don't show the hottest guys in the world looking fucking awesome? Like, what the fuck? That's not humiliating whatsoever. They all look hot as hell. Are you joking? It just goes to show you how fucking brain dead a lot of these conspiracy theorists are. It's like, this is not a fucking humiliation ritual, dude. I think a guy was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try a dress on and see how I feel. Oh, I feel great. Cool. Take a picture of me, please. Which is totally fine, because what is a dress? It's a fucking piece of fabric, dude. A skirt is one big, wide pant leg.
Hers are so comfy.
What's the issue? Another example I saw of this was during the Oscars when John Cena walked out like butt-ass naked. And this guy tweeted, "This is called the humiliation ritual. Cat Williams was right."
It was not a no way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure John Cena was really embarrassed showing off his perfect body to millions of people. Yeah, how does he do it? That was so humiliating, dude.
Oh, no.
What the fuck, dude? That's so embarrassing, bro. If John Cena ever actually participated in a humiliation ritual, it was when he played Fred's father in the Fred movies. Okay, so now we're in the second last level of the icebergs, all right? We're gonna start kicking it up a notch. For the old iceberg, I put Agartha. So Agartha, aside from being the noise I make when I sneeze, Agartha is a supposed hidden subterranean civilization inside the Earth. This conspiracy theory dates all the way back to 1886, and it was perpetuated further when Admiral Richard E. Byrd flew to Antarctica. Of course, a pilot's last name is Byrd. He flew to Antarctica, and he claimed to have flown down into the Earth, into Agartha, and discovered lush jungles and a shiny crystal metropolis. Believers also claim that there are, like, giants and other advanced species down there as well.
Is down there.
Giant monsters.
Real.
Giant monsters. They're friggin' huge. They're fucking scary big monsters down there. Don't go. I'm scared just talking about it.
Me too.
How long have they been here?
Millions of years. Probably even maybe since the beginning of the planet.
Could you give me an example of what one of these giants look like?
Sure. If you want to imagine something that resembles a big furry...
Confirmed, there is a secret furry civilization living underground. You hear that, furries? Storm the caves. Now, do it. I watched more of that interview with this Agartha specialist, and he was talking some crazy shit, dude. He claims that there's entire cities down there with a completely opposite gravitational pull, and they're all populated with, like, a ton of different species.
We have a native terrestrial reptoid species that we often refer to as the raptor species. They live down there.
Lion,
we have
just
a
full-on
indigenous
lion.
native insectoid species, which we kind of think of as ant people. They live down there.
Liar.
Some who are not from here but live and work there. Ancient Lumerians, Atlanteans, when some of them went, underground, that's where some of the beginning of some of the Agarthan cities that we kind of think of as run by the Nordics, these sort of tall, blondie, blue-eyed folks.
What are you talking about? The fact that this interviewer isn't like, what? Every 2 seconds is mind-boggling. That is a professional right there, dude. What are they all doing down there? Fucking come hang out. The fuck? Also, I'd be so mad if I was them. If I lived down there, I've lived in a basement before. It sucked. Even when there's one person moving above you, you hear everything. It's loud as fuck. Could you imagine the sound of 8 billion people moving around above you? That's a nightmare, dude. You need a real big broomstick to fucking... And the lore goes real deep on this one too, and it's kind of evolved into this thing called the Hollow Earth theory that some people are fucking really obsessed with today. Here's a video of someone finding proof that Agartha exists. Hollow Earth time.
It's time.
Saw a dark cave, so that must mean there's a secret civilization underneath the ground. One time I was swimming in the ocean and I couldn't see the bottom of the ocean, so obviously Atlantis is real. And this theory is pretty fucking wild. It's insane. The more I've read about it, it's kind of scary how people believe this. But people put a lot of time into the details of it, dude. There are even like full maps of Agartha available online. Like this one here, that's something. This kind of looks like the person who made the Agartha map really wanted to like draw it out, but all they had laying around was a fucking diagram of a vagina. They're just like, hey, I'll just work around it. That's fine. Dude, this is crazy though. Holy shit. They got the hilar and the advitabar and the mylosis. Ooh, they even got a swang in the middle. Got that swang. That's a Ray Srebberd song, right?
Know some young niggas like to sway.
Dude, count me in. I'm going to Agartha if Sway Lee is down there, bro. Well, I guess everything is backwards down there, right? So I guess his name would be Lee Sway.
Lee Sway, it's the same difference.
Oh, all right, sweet. Okay, yeah, this is the detailed map that's on the front of a book about Agartha. They got fucking City of Shambhala, base to and from other galaxies. I guess this is pretty impressive, but also, one time when I was a kid, I drew a full map of a made-up world for my Bionicles because the lore that I created for them was so deep and complex, but you don't fucking see me publishing a book about it, so not impressed. In recent months, though, unfortunately, this conspiracy has kind of evolved into something pretty, like, negative and harmful. There are, like, countless TikToks featuring white men with blue eyes and blonde hair, and they're being like, am I getting into Agartha? Because people are claiming that there is, like, an Aryan Nordic race that is, like, controlling it and shit.
Wait, I heard of
I've
this.
seen a lot of gnarly anti-Semitism on TikTok because of this conspiracy theory, which is super fucked up. So yeah, obviously this theory is not true at all. This is dumb and stupid and insane. We have an unlimited amount of scientific data done by the smartest people who have ever lived, who can prove that the Earth has a crust, a mantle, an outer core, an inner core, and it's like 9,000 fucking degrees down there. So good luck to those fucking ants and raptor people who live down there, dude. Your monsters are gonna burn.
I said your fucking
monsters
gonna burn.
Okay, so for the fifth level of the modern iceberg, I decided to pick one that's pretty similar to Agartha, and that is the flat Earth / ice wall. So unlike the Agartha theory that maintained that the Earth was a globe, this theory claims that the Earth is actually flat. And NASA, as well as like every other scientist in the world, is in on this lie that the Earth is
like
round. And this community is massive. They have like flat Earth conventions that people will travel to. Some of them will even take planes to get to the flat Earth convention. They'll be 30,000 feet in the air, looking at the curvature of the Earth, and they'll be like, oh great, the fucking airlines are in on it too. The first time I heard about the flat Earth community was back in 2016 from the rapper B.O.B. He publicly stated that he thought the Earth was flat, and then he got an argument on Twitter with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he put out a diss track against Neil deGrasse Tyson called Flatline.
Neil Tyson need to loosen up his vest. They probably write that man one hell of a check. Indoctrinated in a cult called science.
Dude, how the fuck are you doing this track against a scientist? That is so lame. So I fucked your bitch, you flat motherfucker. You should have said that, dude. So obviously this theory is incorrect. The Earth is not flat. It is thick as hell. And there's a million facts that prove flat earthers wrong. And dude, they even prove themselves wrong. There is an amazing video of flat earthers trying to prove that the Earth is flat by shining a light through a series of holes at a certain height. And if the other person holds their light up higher to take the curvature of the Earth into account, then it proves the Earth is round. And the moment they realize that they're wrong is just pure magic.
Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
You can't write shit funnier than that, dude. That's so good. But even after that,
I love the
they still
music.
believe, dude. There's something about conspiracy theorists, man. They have a sense of stubbornness that's almost admirable. You could literally take a flat earther to space in a spaceship, show him the globe, the fucking round Earth, and they'd be like, the thing I don't get about this is like, why the fuck would they keep this a secret if it was true? Like, who is this benefiting? And also, there's no shot that every NASA employee ever could just keep their yap shut about this. There's no fucking way. People love to gossip, especially nerds, dude. But this is where the problems surrounding modern belief in conspiracy theories really reveals itself. While doing research, I found a TikTok featured a mom filming her 11-year-old daughter. She was complaining about what she's being taught in school.
Guess what we learned today at school?
What did you learn?
We learned about how the Earth went around the sun.
No way.
Do you want to tell them the truth?
She goes on to explain the flat Earth theory and shit, talks about God and everything. Here's a great comment on this TikTok. The real truth has to come out about all this. It's getting ridiculous. Dude, and that's from Mr. Beer, dude. Drunkest guy in the world. Let's learn how to spell words correctly before we question the intelligence and integrity of scientists, okay? Mr. Beer, if that's even your real name. There's also another TikTok featuring that 11-year-old. And in the TikTok, she's about to go to school with her science project, which is a diorama of the flat Earth. But obviously that's not real, because if your mom is fucking crazy enough to believe in the flat Earth genuinely, then she's not sending you to a public school where they will actually teach you how things work in the real world. They're gonna homeschool you 100%, where they can indoctrinate you
Could be
into the
true.
cult of conspiracy theories, and you're gonna know absolutely nothing by the time you're an adult. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. It's awesome. Life rocks. This is the best time to be alive. And this is a clear demonstration of the dangers of conspiracy theories and living in the information age. Anybody anywhere can say anything for any reason at any time, and anybody can see it, and it can influence people who are already vulnerable or scared or confused or just straight up fucking dumb as shit. Like this conspiracy theorist, for example.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. That when people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
Really creative, okay? There's no way that this idiot thought of that on his own. He probably heard it online somewhere, and now he's fucking freaking out about it, dude. You know how fast you gotta drive around in circles to make tornadoes? Who lives in your town? Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog? What the fuck? I don't know, man. Like, back in the day, conspiracy theories were just spread by word of mouth, or maybe in a trusted news publication, rarely, but even when they did it, it was like, guys, this is just a theory, do not fucking believe this. So the theories would remain as theories. But today, I feel like we're just bombarded with information from every angle, and some of this information can come from unreputable sources who are just looking to gain followers or money or both. Fucking every prominent flat earther I've looked up has merch, books, ticketed events, like, it's all for money, dude. Okay, sorry for yapping even more, but I found something really interesting while I was editing, and I gotta talk about it really quick. So there's a prominent flat earther named Mark Sargent, and in all of his video descriptions, there's a link to download the Flat Earth app. And then one of the pictures on the download page, like, gives you a preview of what the app looks like. And some of the stuff on there is some of the craziest shit I think I've ever seen. You know, so you got memorabilia like clothing, flat earth models. Then there's also this thing called Truth Smacks. Power-packed snacks with a dose of flat earth. What the fuck does that mean? How much of a flat earth dick rider do you have to be to even base your food around well, I guess not around, because spheres don't exist. But still, I don't want a dose of any earth in my snacks, flat or otherwise. And then my favorite part, on the next row below that, there's an ad for crypto consultants and other various crypto coins. But yeah, they're definitely only doing this to spread the truth, right? They're not in it for money whatsoever. And it's like truly poetic how the people who believe in a make-believe fantasy are also promoting make-believe currencies. And I feel like I'm already giving away the conclusion to this video before we get into the final conspiracy theories, but I think the main catalyst for the rise in popularity of conspiracy theories, I think the reason behind all this was COVID-19 and the lockdowns in 2020 and 2021. People were sad, scared, confused, vulnerable, but worst of all, they were isolated. They were alone. And the only thing people could do was search the internet. And unfortunately, a lot of people were caught in this fucking conspiracy pipeline. And fucking now it's way too late for them to come out. And it sucks, dude. I've seen like acquaintances of mine that have gone down this pipeline. And it's like, fuck, hey, I'll never talk to them again. It's weird, dude. I just feel like now we're seeing a lot more real life consequences from people believing in conspiracy theories, right? You got children being taught incorrect nonsense by their parents, people dying from COVID because they didn't want to get the vaccine because they thought the vaccine contained nanotechnology that could be activated by 5G towers. Yes, that is real. People believe that. Conservatives getting arrested for storming the Capitol on January 6th because they were lied to about theories about a stolen election. The list goes on. But sorry, flat Earth, stupid, and it's wrong. The Earth is a globe, obviously. Like Arthur Clear, dude, at least it had big furry monsters.
Giant monsters.
All right, final level of the icebergs. These ones are fucking super out there, but I picked them because they're also really silly. So the last conspiracy on the old iceberg is the glass camera. Okay, so the glass camera is an invisible device that was apparently used to record what people see during astral projection. If you're unfamiliar with astral projection, it's basically like an out-of-body experience where you can like travel the astral plane, you can go to different universes, you can travel back in time and stuff. It's crazy. And this glass camera was supposed to record all of that and like transmit it to like a screen where people can watch. And the crazy theory behind this is that this psychic named Robert Golf, and they say that, you know, his existence was scrubbed from the internet. You can't find anything about him. Not that he wasn't real or anything, but this guy Robert Golf, he died while using the glass camera, and his soul went to heaven while he was using the camera. And so since he was using the camera when he died and like, you know, saw heaven, there is now apparently footage of heaven that was once owned by like the government, but it was immediately stolen by the Catholic Church, and they now have it like hidden somewhere. I told you it was gonna get fucking crazy. I picked this one because I think it's just super funny to have like vlog footage of heaven. And those are just two things that you would think that would never intersect, you know?
Hey, good morning. Hello, gang. What's poppin'?
And obviously this is insane. Logan Paul is not going to heaven. Also, like, how the fuck did the Catholic Church steal the footage so quickly, right? Do they have like a little burglar, like a Catholic burglar that just goes around stealing shit? It also doesn't seem very Catholic to engage in thievery. You know what I mean? That's gotta be a sin. The only thing the Catholic Church steals is the virginity of young boys. You know, I just hope that the Catholic Church has a good organization system. I would hate for that footage to be mixed up with the other VHS tapes they got. Gotta kill some time until Sunday service. What movie should I watch? Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians. Whoa, what the heck is this one? Heaven Confidential. Why is there no case on it? Oh, okay, this must be All Dogs Go to Heaven. I love that movie. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Robert Golf, bro. Made it to heaven, dude. Made it straight past the pearly gates. Hi, Mom. She's actually holding the camera right now. She died a few years back. It's actually really nice to see her again. Well, since I'm in heaven, I figured I would introduce you to my new friend, God. Alright. So, God, I thought my whole life about what I would ask you if I ever met you in person, so...
Was my mic muted when I... Okay, sorry, the joke I made was like, it should have been Kurt Cobain, and then, wait, did he just make it... I got distracted because I was checking to see if my mic was muted.
Alright. So, God, I thought my whole life about what I would ask you if I ever met you in person, so... I gotta know. Gay Adam or Thought Eve? Well, it is Pride Month, so I gotta go Gay Adam. Oh, let's go, dude. In the script here, I wrote that the sketch is gonna end with the Predator handshake, because that clip is from the movie Predator. But, fun fact, the Predator handshake is also how Catholic priests greet each other. Alright, last one, folks. Thank you for watching if you're still here. The last level of a modern day conspiracy iceberg is Loosh. And that's not the shit from Holes. Okay, that's sploosh. Sploosh. This is another conspiracy that was proposed a while ago, but I put it in the modern conspiracy because of its popularity.
Someone was talking about that we live in a false reality, and these beings, they call them archons, are the ones controlling the mental matrix that we live in. So what they're trying to say is that our human experience is nothing more than an energetical farm from higher dimensional beings. And they farm something called Loosh.
And it's produced Loosh is produced in the caboose. And Loosh is produced when we experience really intense emotions. And this Loosh is actually being harvested by extraterrestrials or like higher dimensional entities. And according to the person who introduced this theory, Robert Monroe, Loosh is generated through both positive and negative emotional experiences. So intense emotions such as love, fear, pain, joy, and suffering are all like very potent sources of a Loosh. You know, they get you all looshed up. And the reason it's also referred to as the prison planet theory is that like it claims that we're all locked up on Earth, like for the sole purpose of creating Loosh for these higher dimensional entities. It's just pretty insane. Just Looshing all day, dude. Sorry. And you know what? As scary as this would be if it was true, it's also like kind of comforting in a way. Like it says a lot about like free will and like our purpose in life, but like, I don't know, man. Like if I'm having an absolute like shit day, I'm like so sad, I'm crying. It's just terrible. I'm just feeling so negative and awful. At least I know some fucking 8-dimensional being named fucking Eknayeb. He's up there getting that sweet, sweet Loosh, dude. He's gooning all that Loosh, dude. So you're welcome, Eknayeb. Also, the funny thing about this theory is while I was researching it, I had quite the epiphany. So the theory is that humans are put in stressful conditions, so interdimensional entities can harvest all of that energy for their own personal gain. That's literally the plot of Monsters, Inc. These fucking weird creatures are scaring kids. They're putting them in stressful conditions so they can get their energy to power their own fucking world. What the hell? And also, dude, when you spell it out, when you spell the full thing, it says Monsters Incorporated, right? You take away a few letters, what does that spell? Monroe, the guy who introduced this theory. This goes all the way to the top of a steep cliff covered in Lil Wayne's. But obviously this theory has evolved over time and it's gone pretty far. Some people think these higher dimensional beings actually disguise themselves as celebrities. Celebrities like Beyonce.
Of course.
Are you fucking loose in the box to the left? Yeah, man. I saw a TikTok of someone replying to a comment that reads, "I'll never forget her saying, 'I need your energy' at the Super Bowl halftime show."
Everybody put your hands towards me. Everybody, I want to feel your energy.
Dude, how dumb do you have to be to actually think like that, dude? People say that shit all the time. Dude, fucking, like, spin instructors say that shit. She was just getting the fucking crowd hype, dude. She's Beyonce. Wait, hold up. What's Beyonce backwards? Yeah. Okay, obviously I'm joking. This is dumb. The Loosh theory is fucking super weird and insane. But you know what? I think just to be sure, I think we should all, like, as a society, we should pick like one day, one global day where we all choose to experience zero emotion. Don't feel anything, good or bad. We all lock ourselves in our own room and we just stare at the fucking wall. You know, really bring down Loosh production and see what happens. We finally made it through all of the levels of the iceberg. So now it's come to a conclusion, all right? Are conspiracy theories crazier now than they were back then? And honestly, when I'm comparing the two icebergs, it's tough to say. I feel like all of these are equally fucking crazy. So I don't think conspiracy theories are crazier now. I think they've always been fucking crazy. But I just think the level that people believe in them has increased like tenfold. And we're starting to see some pretty gnarly real life consequences.
Yeah, the proliferation.
This is also just an excuse for me to goof on a bunch of conspiracy theories because I think they're like super funny. So let me know if you want a part 2 of this video and comment some conspiracy theories you want me to talk about because this was a lot of fun researching and goofing on. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please press the like button because one like equals 1 cup of Loosh produced, all right? And we gotta do it. We gotta please.
No, I really don't want to do it.
Yeah, press the subscribe button. Dude, we're so close to 5 million.
Okay, I've already pressed that.
We're getting there, dude. We're so close. So just press the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's worth it, okay? Because as soon as you press the subscribe button, you become a valued citizen of Kurtis Town. If you didn't know, Kurtis Town is the best place to live in the world. And I'm the mayor of Kurtis Town, so you have to be nice to me. It's the law. And also, come see me on tour. My world tour, the Goodfellow Tour, kicking off real soon. Starting off the first leg in the US, but we got a ton more shows coming up that will be announced very soon. Going all over the world, man. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I would stick around, but I unfortunately feel Kurt Cobain taking over my body right now. So,
I live in the middle of
Okay.
Huge announcement.
Okay, sorry about that ending. Also sorry for like a few minutes before the end of the video when we were on like the God segment. I got slightly distracted with an important message that I shouldn't have even seen instantly. I just happened to have Discord on my side monitor, so my fault. But anyways, that was a pretty good video. I was expecting it to just be like a goofy conspiracy theory video where he like goofs about conspiracy theories, and that's exactly what we got. I think he has some good points. And I definitely agree that like it's not so much that conspiracy theories have gotten crazier, it's that they're just more known than before, and it's easier for like the folks who believe in them to like link together. Which seems to have some unfortunate ramifications. Stariel ad. I do like Stariel. I can't believe you brought up Queen Elizabeth II in the celebrity reincarnation theory section. Didn't even mention that people believe that Elizabeth reincarnated as Trisha Paytas's baby, Malibu Barbie. I did not know that. Trisha. Okay. Flop talk icon. I don't know anything about this. Having the most iconic mother of all time. Okay. I don't know anything about that, and I'm not going to look it up on like my YouTube recording. I am not Kurt Cobain. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what a reincarnation of Kurt Cobain would say. He's such a humble dude. Real! I believe that. I think he is Kurt Cobain, to be clear. Humans trapped in a simulation to be harvested for energy is literally just a part of the Matrix. That's real. MK Ultra when they were 13. MK Ultra manufactured Sia, and that's why her song says she's made of titanium. She wore her hair like that to cover unfinished facial robotics. And then they told their mom, who said that it's a load of shit, love. Don't get caught up in bad shit nonsense. That's so based. The fact you had to put a statement clarifying no beef with, I can't pronounce his name, I don't know how, and K-pop, but not the US government is so funny to me. Yeah. Princess Diana almost blew up the entire palace with a microwave, And name I can't pronounce is scared of microwaves because he fears they will explode. That's so funny. Okay, how do I pronounce this name? I need to know. He said it in the video, but like it went over my head.
JK's name is spelled Jungkook, so people call him Jungkook. And if I write the pronunciation in Korean, it will look like this. But his name in Korean is this, which sounds like Jungkook. So if you want to pronounce his name correctly, say Jungkook, not Jungkook. But who cares? JK's name is spelled
I'm pretty sure if I say it the Korean way, I'm gonna accidentally say a slur. So I will just say it like Jungkook. Yeah. Executive decision. People becoming the dumbest version of themselves when walking into the airport. As a flight attendant, I agree with this statement. I become so dumb when I walk into an airport. I have no idea how to function, I'll be honest. Buzz Aldrin was pissed about being the second guy to set foot on the moon. Imagine Michael Collins, a third crew member, wasn't even allowed out of the van. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know him, I'll be honest. My fault. Whoa, Kurtis might be a pig because pigs and Kurtis can't look up. That's insane. Could be real. I remember when conspiracy theories were, OMG, Mandela effect, so silly. Like, how did we go from that to this? I feel like, I mean, when I had a kid in elementary school who believed in the Illuminati. Like, I remember her talking about it during one of my classes. So, like, I think it's been there. It's just sometimes you're not aware until you're older. And, like, Mandela effect, I think, was, like, when I was in middle school. I'm aging myself here, my fault. Everyone's vibing till I start meowing with the girls. Real, let girls meow together. My favorite piece of this reincarnation theory is the fact that Diana had an incident. Oh, okay, this was the microwave thing. So basically, someone watched Madoka. Wait, this is a spoiler. I only watched the first episode. Sad. I've never expected to hear Kurtis talk about Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, right? I did not expect that. Okay. I think this is good. I saw like 2 Cody KO related comments, I think. I know nothing about that. So I will not comment on it. I have not looked into it at all. I have never watched a Cody KO video. So I have no idea. Anyways, I felt like I had to say that because I like scrolled up on them like literally right as I like skim read that message. Anyways, I think that's everything. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, really, and the rest of your life too. Woo! Bye! Hey folks, thank you for watching the video. Remember to like it, follow on YouTube, subscribe on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.